And this is where we get our compassion, from the trees and from our upside-down roots and from our godly souls. Part of me, probably part of you, might still like an easy and harsh revenge. And that's why we all have to step back, take a collective breath.
Amy Sinha from the Hindu Temple Society of North America, and with me
We're moving from here down to just outside of DC, so we got it from both ends.
And no, it's insignificant, but my name is Bernard White. And we're going to be here for a few more minutes, and then the march will begin. I know that all of you came down to really get involved in this march. That military activities, the Joint Task Force, it seems, between the United States and Britain have begun to bomb Afghanistan. Dialogue. By the way, our first guest, first of all, let me say this, that the committee has they've been quite cooperative in helping to organize this.
Horrific attacks. We are incredibly saddened by this violence, which was aimed at all Americans equally, and by the enormity of the loss, which affects all Americans profoundly. The Arab American community, like every other community, feels violated and victimized by these attacks. It too has suffered personal losses in the attack on the World Trade Center and has been extremely traumatized by the enormity of the loss. This has been a particularly painful time for the many communities that are perceived to be Arab or Muslim. Unfortunately, we have seen many acts of hatred, violence, and racial profiling against our adults and children. The Arab American Family Support Center, as other organizations all over the United States, has received many reports of hate crimes and racial profiling, physical attacks and verbal threats, racial slurs, harassment, and loss of jobs. Arabs and Muslims have been spit on, cursed, called names, pushed, kicked, threatened, attacked, and killed. Especially at this time, we must remind ourselves of the great danger to our country that is created by actions taken against innocent fellow citizens because of their country of origin, color, or religion. An attack in words or deeds upon any person due to their race, religion, ethnicity, or any other characteristic is an attack on all of us, an attack on the fundamental liberties that all Americans cherish and are entitled to. Overcome hatred and bigotry and create the kind of dialogue that will help New Yorkers understand and appreciate the diverse cultures of this city. The Arab American community, like all other ethnic communities, is an integral part of New York City and wants to be acknowledged for its contributions. We welcome the support of organizations and individuals who would like to join with us to create an environment of understanding and respect, cooperation and harmony amongst the many communities that make up our city.
A butterfly raises a wing 100 miles away. A rusted bell begins to ring when the wind blows its way. And so one wish becomes a voice, becomes a chorus today. We send love, love, love to all corners of the earth. We send hope, hope, hope to the world, to the world. We send peace, peace, peace to the people who are lost, to the places that are gone, to the ones left to carry on. We send love. A woman smiles despite the pain, and the sun shines again. Her brother laughs through his tears. Together they find a way to make a wish become a voice, become a chorus today. We send love, love, love to all corners of the earth. We send hope, hope, hope to the world, to the world. We send peace, peace, peace to the people who are lost, to the places that are gone, to the ones left to carry on. We send love. Enough, enough, enough. Days of rage, nights of fire. Enough, enough. We send love, love, love to all corners of the earth. We send hope, hope, hope to the world. We send peace, peace, peace to the people who are lost, to the places that are gone, to the ones left to carry on. We send love.
We send love.
We send love. We send love. We send love. Peace.
Bombing, stop the war. Stop the bombing, stop the war. Stop the bombing, stop the war.
Racist war has got to go. Someone's been staying with us less. We say no. Racist war has got to go.
You're part of the conversation.
I got one. I think it's her attitude about it.
One, two, three, four.
They've got it, but there's got to be something.
Maybe a balloon.
Good.
Just never know the hell you get.
I said I know you from church. I have no idea.
If it ever came to that, I would.
We know your father was a killer too.
Hey Bush,
Your father was a killer too.
hey Bush, we know you.
Your father was a killer too.
Hey Bush,
Your
Oh, we are saved.
Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. We will not participate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war.
I can't hear you right now. I'm going to hang up the phone.
Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. Woo! I cannot breathe. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. We'll never be defeated. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. We'll never be defeated. People united will never be defeated. The 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 people united will never be defeated. People united will never be defeated. Long live Vietnam! Long live Palestine! Long live Vietnam! Long live Palestine! Long live Vietnam! Long live Palestine! Stop the bombing now! Long live Vietnam! Stop the bombing now! Long live Palestine! Stop the bombing now! Long live Vietnam! Stop the bombing now! Long live Afghanistan! Stop the bombing now! The bombing, stop the hate! 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3,
got to go!
Stop the killing! Stop the hate!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop the hate!
and never to injustice in the world. I know for your program, we have
Good afternoon, everyone. I come to you today on behalf of the Arab American community that add this name to the cry of no war. I say this not because Arab Americans are not patriotic or are supporters of the Taliban or bin Laden, but because we say that making more victims will not end terrorism. Arab Americans know what it means to be at ground zero. The Lebanese and Palestinians were at ground zero in 1982 when Israeli forces killed 20,000 civilians in Lebanon with vacuum bombs, concussion bombs, and cluster bombs made in the US of A. The Iraqi people have been at ground zero with US-instigated and forced sanctions that have killed out 1.5 million Iraqi children since the Gulf War. Arab Americans joined the demand that those behind the crimes of September 11th be brought to justice, a justice sanctioned by an international criminal court, in the way that Milosevic today is being tried for genocide and crimes against humanity. More war is not the answer for Afghanistan or the Afghan people. On behalf of Arab Americans, I want to salute Orlando and Phyllis Rodriguez, whose 31-year-old son Greg was killed in the terror attack. The land dying, suffering, and nursing further grievances against the United States. It is not the way to go when it, along with its ally Saudi Arabia, poured $8 billion into training and arming to fight Russians in Afghanistan. After the Russians withdrew in a negotiated agreement that did not include the Afghan freedom fighters, the U.S. walked away, leaving a country devastated by a 10-year war. 1 million Afghanis killed, 2 million Afghanis wounded or disabled, 50% of the country still scattered with 10% of the world's landmines. 7 rival Afghani factions fought with each other and committed rape and atrocities across the land, impoverished by wholesale banditry, and the United States walked away. Therefore, I'm here today in solidarity with you. I say no more war, no more victims, and thank you.
I hear a lot of people say, if you lost a loved one in the World Trade Center, you'd want a war too. Well, I was almost killed in a World Trade Center collapse. I lost 4 men from my squad, and I lost hundreds of other rescue workers, police officers, firefighters, paramedics, who were just trying to do their job. And I say to any person calling for a war is not going to bring our loved ones back. Today, the United States government began bombing in Afghanistan. And they did it for the same reasons they've been bombing in Iraq for over 10 years, because they want justice. But we've seen what's happened in the Middle East when they bomb. Hundreds of thousands of innocent people lose their lives, and the people who are responsible for the deaths at the World Trade Center will go unscathed. So we need to stand together.
The corporate media has become a recruiting arm for the military. The advanced troops for the Pentagon waging war on another innocent population. The media keeps on saying that the polls show that more than 90% of the people are for war. I'd like to see the question that people are asked. I doubt they are asked, would you like to avenge the killing of innocent civilians like we saw at the World Trade Center by killing innocent civilians? That is the question. And the majority of people in this country, I'm sure more than 99% would say no. The commentary of whether we should go from air to ground troops. That is not the question. Where are the peace activists and the peace leaders as the corporate networks continue, as Noam Chomsky says, to manufacture consent to the people in this critical time of war.
Comrades in struggle. I'm honored to speak on behalf of the Labor Outreach Committee that's developing anti-war coalition. September 11th has brought indescribable suffering to New York City's working people. We have all lost friends, family members, and co-workers. 1,000 of them union workers. An estimated 100,000 New Yorkers will lose their jobs. We condemn this crime against humanity and mourn those who perished. We are proud of the rescuers and the outpouring of labor support for victims' families. We want justice for the dead and safety for the living. And we believe, moreover, that George Bush's war is not the answer. No one should suffer what we experienced on September 11th. Yet war will inevitably harm countless innocent civilians, strengthen American alliances with brutal dictatorships, and deepen global poverty. Just as the United States and its allies have already inflicted widespread suffering on innocent people in such places as Iraq, Sudan, Israel, and the occupied territories, the former Yugoslavia and Latin America. War will also take a heavy toll on us. For Americans in uniform, the overwhelming number of whom are workers and people of color, it will be another Vietnam. It will generate further terror in this country against Arabs, Muslims, South Asians, people of color, and immigrants, and erode our civil liberties. It will redirect billions to the military and the corporate executives while draining such essential domestic programs as education, healthcare, and the Social Security Trust. In New York City as elsewhere, it will be the pretext for imposing austerity on labor and poor people under the guise of national unity. War will play into the hands of religious fanatics from Osama bin Laden to Jerry Falwell and provoke further terrorism in major urban centers like New York. Therefore, we, at this point, 200 trade unionists, 9 local union presidents of the metro area, believe a just and effective response to September 11th demands one, first and foremost, no war. It is wrong to punish any nation or people for the crimes of individuals. Peace requires global justice and social and economic justice. We demand justice, not vengeance. An independent international tribunal to impart